Ladies and gentlemen, we present the Navy Lark with our 3 stars, Jon Pertwee, Leslie Phillips, and Stephen Murray. I always find those official printed invitations to functions pretty baffling. For one thing, why do those gilt-edged cards always say that Mr. and Mrs. ... request the pleasure of Mrs. and Mrs. Blank Blank Blank's company, when Mr. and Mrs. Blank 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 know full well that Mr. and Mrs. ... hate the flaming sight of them? Why? At present, 3 members of the Troutbridge crew are stuck with an invitation of this sort, and there doesn't seem to be any way out.
Odd. Very odd. Read it again, Chief.
Right. I will, sir, but it won't sound any healthier. An invitation. Captain and Mrs. Povey invite Lieutenant Murray, Sub-Lieutenant Phillips, and CPO Pertwee to an adieu. No medals, but please, white shoes on mat provided.
I don't understand this. You think there must be something at the back of this?
No, there's nothing on the back of it, sir. If there had been, I'd have read it out.
Now, don't you start being a nit as well. One in the ship's company is quite enough.
It's tomorrow evening, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Oh, what a shame. I've just remembered I've got a previous engagement tomorrow night, so I shan't be able to come. Still, I'm sure you'll both have a...
Oh, no, you don't. If any of us has to go, we all go.
But I can't, sir. I can't go. It's Pertwee's night for his evening class, he said. I'm studying for my diploma.
Yes.
Beekeeping for fun.
Beekeeping for fun?
Yes.
I suppose if you get your diploma, that makes you a BF.
Yes. No.
No is right, Chief. If we go to the Povies, you'll be coming too. Your bees will just have to have fun by themselves.
That's more than we'll blooming will have.
Possibly, but we'll have to go. First, we ought to take Mrs. Povey a little gift of some sort.
What sort of gift do you mean, sir? A bunch of flowers doesn't seem right for Mrs. Povey somehow. A wreath, perhaps.
Yeah, now, what on earth would a woman like Mrs. P like?
Oh, I know, sir. I know the very thing. How about a clay pipe?
But don't be ridiculous, Chief. Probably got one already.
Yeah, I know. How about a bottle of her favourite perfume, sir? Eau de Carbolic.
Yes. Gift wrapped, of course. Actually, the thing she'd probably really appreciate is a set of muscle expanders.
I say, that's an idea. Yeah, it would save us money, too.
Save us money?
Yes. Well, I've got a set I ordered from a magazine advert that said, "Stretch your way to powerful muscles and superhuman strength."
I take it they didn't work.
Well, I wouldn't know, sir. I never got the beastly things apart. I even tried attaching one end to the doorknob and pulling with both hands at the other end.
What happened?
Well, I did stretch them a little bit. And then it got too strong for me and catapulted poor Leslie straight at the door. Had it clean off its hinges.
I think we'd better think of something else. As a matter of fact, I picked up an antique powder bowl the other day at one of those little shops outside the dockyard. Do you think that'd be any good?
Oh, just the thing, sir. Even if she doesn't use it for face powder, she could always use it for something else.
Yeah, right. That's settled. All that's bothering me now is just what's behind this invitation. She must be up to something. Oh, the Povies are giving a party. The Povies are giving a
Stand up,
party.
Herbert.
Yes, madam.
Have you gone clean off your top? Any more of that disgusting crooning noise and you won't see them. You'll be backstairs flicking your feather dust around the pantry.
I'll keep quiet, my love. I'll be like a little mouse.
Oh, good boy. I'll overlook it this time. Ramona wants a favour. It concerns the party. I've invited your sister Clarissa here for a day or two.
Clarissa? Whatever for, my love?
Well, I'm worried about her for one thing. High time that girl was married off. She's gone out of work and kept herself up quite long enough.
Yes, well, there's something... Oh, good grief.
Henry Purby, language.
I'm sorry, madam.
But this party, you haven't invited the men from my command in order to find a husband for Clarissa, surely.
And why not? One of that lot would make an ideal husband.
She's already got a boyfriend, Eustace. They've been going steady for years.
Yes, well, I've never been happy about him. I've met ladies' hairdressers before. Eustace Creations Limited, indeed. He's just using Clarissa as an introduction to new customers.
Just as you said, my love.
Now then, are there any other names to go down on the eligible bachelor list?
I don't think so, my love. Unless you count Rear Admiral Arnbridge, and he must be 90 if he's a day. Pretty short day at that.
Door, Henry?
Oh, just go ahead, my love.
Not today, thank you. My wife never buys anything at the door.
Oh, well, that's all right then, sir, because I'm not selling anything.
Good grief, Abel Seaman Johnson. Well, what do you want?
Well, sir, after walking round here, a bit of a sit-down, actually. Mr. Murray sent me round with this Rizbuck, sir.
With a what?
A Rizbuck, sir. Well, you pronounce it RSVP.
Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, just a minute.
Ramona, it's a seaman with a reply to the invitation.
Can he come in?
Yes.
Well, I'd rather not bother, actually, because I've got to get back.
No, nonsense. Come in.
How do you do? Are you married?
No, Mrs.
Well done. Henry, put him on the list.
List? What list?
Oh, well, for the party tomorrow night, Johnson. You're invited as well.
Oh, will there be any grub?
Naturally.
Oh, I accept that.
Have the others accepted?
Yes, my love.
Right. Off you go, Fatty. Don't be late tomorrow evening.
No, Mrs. Good evening.
Good night, Johnson. And Johnson, don't start running down the hill on the way back. The people living on the corner at the bottom have only just had their wall repaired from the last time.
Oh, remember, sir.
Oh, and Johnson, ask number 1 and Mr. Phillips and CPO Pertwee to see me first thing in the morning, will you?
Oh, sir. Good night.
You wanted to see us, sir.
We're afraid, sir.
But if it was a mistake, we'll come back next week, sir.
When you're not so busy, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
No, wait, stop. Oh, good grief, you might let me get a word in. I asked you round here for your own good.
Oh, dear, that's done it.
What do you mean, that's done it?
Well, sir, whenever you do something that's for our own good, we usually end up in a monumental mound of muck.
Oh, you're in that all right.
Well, that makes a nice change. What have we done this time, sir?
Nothing yet. But after due consideration, I felt I should put the cards on the table.
Yeah, well, I can explain about that, sir. Now, look, it was just that a few of the lads found this old wheel thing with a little silver ball that kept falling and just dropped. You know, when we spun it. We'd no idea that you could play roulette with it, sir. We were just spinning it to see if it would unscrew.
Chief Petty Officer Pertwee, will you shut up?
Oh.
I'm not referring to any of your illegal gambling escapades.
Oh!
This time,
Oh.
I was referring to the invitations my wife sent you 3 for tonight.
I must admit we have been a little curious ourselves.
Yes, well, gentlemen, not to put too fine a point on it, my sister Clarissa will be there, and Ramona is, well, matchmaking.
Oh, so she won't be there?
Won't be there? But of course she'll be there.
Well, how can she be if she's at this factory making matches? Incidentally, I had a box last week that was all wooden sticks and no heads. You might ask her...
No, hit him, throw him out of the window, clobber him or something, number 1.
Yes, sir. Mr. Phillips, Captain Povey merely meant that Mrs. Povey is trying to find a suitable husband for... I have a feeling I'm on duty tonight, sir. When we answered, I hadn't...
Oh, no,
realized...
you're not.
You're joking, aren't you, sir? I mean, you're having this all on, aren't you? Very comical.
It is not a joke, Pertwee.
I think I feel rather poorly.
What makes you think you're the only one?
My wife has decided it's time Clarissa married, and she's picked one of you 3 as eligible bachelors for financial reasons that I won't go into just now.
Good gracious. Well, I must say it's jolly civil of you to warn us, sir.
Not at all. It was self-defense. You don't think I fancy the prospect of having any of you 3 as brother-in-laws, do you? Life's difficult enough as it is.
What's your sister like, sir?
Well, haven't you seen the photograph of her on that wall over there?
Mummy, I thought that was the Albert Memorial.
I know. He means that she's a lovely-looking girl, sir. Don't you, Mr. Phillips?
No. Yes. Oh, yes. Lovely.
Yes, well, there is a certain family likeness, I believe.
Rather, you look like the Albert Memorial. I mean, you're lovely too. No, I mean.
Well, Mr. Phillips, which is it to be? Hit, chucked through the window, or clobbered?
I'm not fussy, actually.
All right, gentlemen, you've been warned. Watch yourselves this evening. Good evening, gentlemen. Do come in.
Thank you, sir.
I say, sir, that's a jolly pretty apron you're wearing.
Yes, isn't it? I ran it up on the machine. It belongs to the Daily Woman, of course. A man likes to give a hand at a time like this, you understand?
Of course, sir. May I say, it's been a lovely party, sir, and I've thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it, but I must be getting back to the ship.
Mr. Phillips, shut the door quick before he scarpers.
Thank you. This way, gentlemen.
Quick, not so fast. Stand right where you are in show shoes. Mm-hmm. Well, not bad.
Here's a little present. It's, a face powder bowl.
Is it? I never use the muck, but I'll find a use for it. Lovely thought. Right. Permission to enter sitting room. Forward.
This is my sister Clarissa, gentlemen.
Oh, how do you do?
Charmed.
Likewise.
And, of course, you know this gentleman.
Evening, all.
Johnson. Fatso. You great steaming pudding. What are you doing lounging about on Mrs. P's loose cupboard?
Well, I'm waiting for me hot dinner, Chief.
He's quite right. Ramona invited him last night.
Yeah, when I called with your wristlock. Is Grub up yet, Mrs.?
Johnson.
Do you really? My name's Phillips, by the way. How are you enjoying your visit, Miss Albert Memorial? Memorable Miss Albert. Is Grub up yet, Mrs.?
No, just a tick. There's some sorting out to be done. Right, Clarissa, now you've seen the lot. Which one is it to be?
Well, I don't mind, really. But I'm sure Eustace wouldn't approve.
Mr. Murray, sir, about Troutbridge. I've got a nasty feeling that I've left her engine running. So I'll just pop back...
What? Please, Clarissa's deciding something. Now, hurry up, Clarissa. Henry's waiting to serve.
Well, then, perhaps it better be the fat one. He looks sort of cozy.
Hey? Here, what's going on? Have I won something?
I rather think you may have done.
Stand forth, Cathy. You and Clarissa can stay here in the sitting room while the rest of us retire to the kitchen for dinner.
Well, I'm starving. You said I'd get hot dinner. Why can't this lady and I have some grub
Well,
then?
you can later. Far better you get acquainted first. Now, this way, the rest of you. Let's leave the lovebirds alone.
Lovebird? I'm no lovebird.
No, you're not. You're a great fat cuckoo. Now then, you stay here. And we'll get you out of this nest as soon as we can.
Well, hurry up, Chief. I'm famished. I am. I'm blooming starving. Help! Fatso wants his grub. Sneak us a sandwich, somebody.
A delicious meal, my love. Delicious. A feast fit for a king. Never have I tasted such...
Yes, all right, all right. We all know you cooked it. Now, who's for some more cottage pie?
No, thanks. I've had all the wallpaper and oak beams I can demolish. I'm nothing else, thank you.
Another glass of nutmeg cocktail, anyone? Oh, well, I may as well finish...
Henry Purvey, put that bottle down at once. You've had yours.
I know, my love. I was only finishing up the dregs so you could get the threepence back on the bottle from the chemist.
Chemist?
Oh, yes. He makes it up himself. Non-alcoholic and aids the digestion. Wonderful tack.
Yes, lovely. Yes. I must say the last glass went down a treat.
Yeah, well, it obviously worked.
Now, silence now. Well, forgetting Dark, Clarissa and Fatty. They've been in the sitting room quite long enough, so I'm going to open the door for action to have a little hark.
Do you think we should, my love?
With a sailor in there, I'm thumping certain. Quiet now for harking.
What?
Yes, well, that's all right.
Well, I'm glad you think so. Honestly, it sounded to me as though...
Young man, don't be coarse.
Oh, sorry, pardon.
Obviously, Clarissa was showing Patty the family snap album. In the meantime, Henry...
Yes, my love.
You may wear your paper hat and amuse your little friends with your funny faces.
Oh, thank you. Homemade cocktails from the chemist, and no old thunderguts is the cabaret.
Quiet, Chief. And pass the substitute cheese-type cheddar-flavored spread. Oh, good morning, Mr. Phillips. Bit early for you to be in the wardroom, isn't it?
Yeah, possibly, sir, but after last night, I reckon I deserved a drink.
Very true. What are you having? Nutmeg cocktail?
Not likely, blooming muck. Had me up all night.
Me too. I remember at one time she said it had a kick in it. That was it. Oh, Lord, there's never any peace on this ship. Come in.
Good morning, sir. Leading Seaman Goldstein reporting, sir. If you're better.
Oh, yes. What is it?
Well, two things, sir. One's about able Seaman Johnston, sir. He's missing, sir.
How can a thing as big as that be missing?
We've searched the whole ship, sir, and there's no sign of him.
Oh, dear.
I suppose you didn't make a pass out for him, sir?
No. Mind you, we know someone who made a pass at him. Sorry, pardon?
Well, sir, I'm afraid I'll have to report him as absent without leave, sir.
Oh, well, perhaps we can wait a bit longer. He might turn up. There may be some perfectly good...
With due respect, sir, you know the regulations, sir. I'm reporting in absent to you, sir. I'm not risking my hard-earned promotion because some fat Nick goes over the hill, sir.
Oh, very well, Goldstein. I'll inform Captain Pertwee.
You said there were two things, Goldstein. What was the other one?
Oh, I'm glad you reminded me, sir. Well, it was about my promotion, sir. When am I going to become a petty officer, sir?
Out, Goldstein, out.
But I've been a leading seaman a week now, and I don't...
Out! Quick, out!
That's tragical. That's what it is. Hey, it's a diabolical tragical. It's not fair and all. He was a good lad. Yeah, a good lad. He was a loyal sailor and a true blue friend he was. Yes, he served his country. And the flag. And now he's been hounded down by every copper in the country like an hardened criminal. Hiding behind hedgerows, he is. Hiding behind hedgerows and haystacks all day. That's what he's doing. Sneaking out for a mouthful of grass from time to time with a dollop of mud for afters. All because of womanly wiles, what he knows not what of. Not of what of their what-nots does he not know. What of with...
Oh, turn it in. I haven't even reported him absent yet.
Oh, no, but you're going to, aren't you, sir? Oh, yeah, just as soon as Captain Povey turns up, then they'll hound him. Oh, yes, that's what they'll do. They'll hound.
Oh, It's you. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, sir.
All right. What is it?
Well, it's well, just a coincidence, of course, but, well, Able Seaman Johnson seems to be absent without leave.
Oh, no, he's not. I wish he was.
Hey? Well, where is he, sir?
Come into my office, gentlemen.
Hello, Pop. You're back then.
That's how, you great podgy pudding. Why aren't you behind the hedgerow or hiding behind the haystack?
What's this common petty officer chatting about, Dad?
He's off his nut. That's how. Get your hooves off Captain Toby's desk before he does you a disaster call.
Relax, Chief. Since last night, he thinks he's one of the family.
That's right. Are the girls back with the new magazines I sent them out for yet, Pop? I've seen all the pictures in this lot.
No, I'm afraid they aren't yet. Son.
Well, I'll have to go myself, I suppose. I'll put them on your accounting, Henry, shall I?
Right. Go. Yes, all right.
Excuse me, chaps. Time I stretch my legs for a bit.
You watch you don't stretch everyone else's patience a bit too far and all, my lad. You ain't half dicing with it, you are.
Yes. So are you, Chief, if he pulls this off.
So watch it, Pertwee. I shan't be long. Order my 11s while I'm out, please.
You see the situation, gentlemen. It's completely intolerable. One word from me and he threatens to ring Ramona. Something's got to be done.
Yes, mind you, I'd say the only way out would be if we found someone for your sister that Mrs. Pertwee liked better.
Yes, that'll put Fatso's who get out the joint all right. Only who is there?
Well, I'd say what's wanted is someone a bit slimmer. You know, a young chap who's a bit more attractive to ladies of the opposite, if you'll pardon expression, sex.
Yes, you could be right. Go on.
Yeah, well, a chap who's got a bit of an eye for the girls and who... What are you all looking at me for?
One volunteer, one pace forward, march, sir.
Hey, now, wait a minute. I'm not. I can't... It's not... No, it's not fair. I mean, I don't want to be Mr. Albert Memorial. No, it's not... why don't I shut up when I'm talking?
It's too late now. How do we conduct the campaign, Captain Pertwee?
I don't know. I suppose the best way would be for me to tip the wink to Ramona that Mr. Phillips is very keen on Clarissa and then invite you all up for another at home tonight.
Hey? Oh, no, not another one. Mr. Phillips, you were right. Why don't you shut up when you're talking?
So you can take it from me, gentlemen, that you'll all be expected round at our place this evening.
Lummy, another night of nutmeg cocktail.
That, Mr. Phillips, is the least of your worries.
So you see, Mrs. Pertwee, as a man of honor, I couldn't speak before, but now that I know the lovely Clarissa is not engaged to Mr. Johnson, I feel at liberty to say how much I admire her, and beg for the chance to challenge Mr. Johnson for her affection.
Yes, well, all that would have sounded a lot more convincing if you hadn't read it off that bit of paper. Well, I suppose anything would be better than that Eustace person.
Eustace? Who's Eustace?
No, some little 4'6" nincompoop of a hairdresser Clarissa's been mooning about for years. Oh, well, then, you can have a fair crack. This way, follow me.
Yeah, but just a minute, I don't think I want one.
You're in here. Stop. Half time, all chance. On to go, fatty, and you go, skinny ribs.
Skinny ribs? Now, look here, I'm not...
Oh, it's safe.
Lummy. Trapped.
Why don't you sit down here on the sofa? It'll be sort of cozy. Ooh, it's safe. Ooh, Mr. Phillips.
I know what we could do.
Ooh, it's safe. What?
have a look at your family snap album. What's that, time?
No. Oh, no, the doorbell, of course. I wonder who it is.
We never buy anything at the door.
All right, I know she's here. What's going on, eh?
Now, look here.
Out of my way. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
Oh, I say, it doesn't sound like a man to mend the telly, does it? What?
What's all this rumpus? We have guests.
Oh, bet you have. Well, I'm going to find one of them and all.
You can't come barging in here like this.
Oh, can't I?
Eustace!
Just as I thought. You are here.
Eustace? But it can't be. This one's 6'4", not 4'6".
Now, look here, my man.
Lummy, he struck my superior officer.
And you're next, slogging on the sofa with my fiancée. Put your mitts up.
Now, you don't understand.
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, that hurt. I did. Oh, my core. Oh, you know, you're a brute. I haven't, right on the hooter.
What's going on in here? It sounds like... Good gracious.
It's Eustace.
Of Eustace Creation.
Yeah, very likely. It looks as if Eustace has been created. Oh, what a mess. Come with me, Clarissa. I'm taking you back to your digs.
Oh, it's me.
He said your digs, actually. Sorry, pardon.
Stop! Now, look, if you've all quite finished turning the sitting room into a bear garden, I've something to say. Which of you broke me new antique powder bowl I was going to keep dripping in?
I'm afraid I did it with my head. He threw it, you see, and he's got a jolly good aim for a hairdresser.
Lucky he hadn't got his scissors with him, sir. He might have fancied a game of darts.
Silence! Ramona's talking. You two can hop it straight away.
Don't worry, we're going.
You certainly are. I wash my hands of the whole thing.
Come on, Clarissa.
My love, she is my sister, and I'm not sure...
I was coming to that. Sorry about this family punch-up, chaps.
No, not at all. Perhaps it'd be better if we all left now.
Oh, yes. Got to get the place tidied up before tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening?
Oh, rather. If at first you don't succeed in all that jazz, I'm inviting Henry's other sister, Hattie, tomorrow.
What? Oh, no.
Oh, she's a grand figure of a woman. Now, see you all about 8. Henry, get your apron. The place is in the shambles.
Yes,
and no sloppy nonsense round my dado while I'm not looking.
I'd say no.
Anyone for a nightcap? Nutmeg cocktail before you go?
And that was Jon Pertwee, Leslie Phillips, and Stephen Murray working their passage in The Navy Lark, written by Lawrie Wyman. Jon Pertwee was the chief petty officer, Leslie Phillips was the sub-lieutenant, Stephen Murray was the number 1, Captain Povey was played by Richard Caldecott, Mrs. Povey was Heather Chasen, Able Seaman Johnson was Ronnie Barker, Clarissa was Judy Cornwell, Taffy Goldstein was Jenny Levens, and Eustace was played by Michael Bates. The recorded production was by Alastair Scott Johnston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present The Navy Lark with our 3 stars, Leslie Phillips, Stephen Murray, and Jon Pertwee. Well, now that Sub-Lieutenant Phillips has become engaged to Heather, even if it was an accident, and let's face it, anything Mr. Phillips achieves is generally an accident, his tiny head's full of matrimonial rather than naval matters. Admiralty would hardly notice the difference, except that he's distracting Heather from her work, too.
Leslie, darling, I really must get on with some work now. I've got all this typing to do.
Oh, you carry on. I'll just sit here and watch.
Well, you'd be able to do that all right, but I doubt if I can type accurately with you sitting on my knee.
Oh, I see what you mean. If I bent forward, one of those keys might come up and clout Leslie on the hooter.
Quite. And besides, you've been sitting on my lap for so long, I'm beginning to feel like a ventriloquist.
Very funny. Except I'm no dummy, you know. Well, say something.
I daren't.
What was that, a bee's wedding?
No, it was old Fran the Guts knew off his buzzer. I must go.
Well, no, let him wait.
Yes, but that's about the 5th time he's zizzed me.
Is it? Well, he's got no right to zuzz another chap's fiancée. I mean, now, about this party for the ratings this evening to celebrate our engagement. I thought we'd take them to the Fireman's Bucket and Bell.
Leslie, I must go.
Nonsense, no, you have to wait until we sorted out this booze up for the lads. Now, first things first, you know. Now, if we get to the pub about 1:30...
Mason, have you suddenly got cloth ears, or... What do you think you two are playing at? Musical chairs?
No, ventriloquists. I mean, we're having a booze up. No, I mean, that is where we...
For heaven's sake, I'll speak to you later. Now, then, Jason, what's happened to my phone call to the Admiral?
Your phone call to the... I forgot.
Forgot?
Well, not exactly forgot. I'm afraid that I was putting through the call and I got sort of sidetracked.
So I gather. Well, kindly get through to the Admiral now.
Well, sir, I'm afraid I already have. He's been hanging on.
Hanging on? But that was over an hour ago.
I say, you better put him through before he lets go and falls off.
If he's still there, put him through to my office at once. Although how I'm going to explain this away, I can't think.
Well, I'll put you through as soon as you get into your office, sir.
Thank you. You're too kind. It's ludicrous. An admiral left with a phone in his ear for an hour so that a sub-lieutenant can snog. So help me, Lord Nelson, the rot has set in. Good grief, this is absolutely ridiculous.
Yes, I'll say it is, Povey. I've been hanging on for over an hour.
I'm sorry, Admiral.
I've been holding this flaming thing to me ear so long, me luggo's gone all hot, me elbow's got pins and needles.
I'm sorry, sir. It's entirely...
Povey,
sir.
Shut up. I want to get this chat over before my arm falls off.
Certainly, sir. It's just that I feel that one should give you an explanation.
You had a meal at 1 and that gave you an hallucination? Well, that's no excuse, is it? Now, Povey, it's about me barge. It's got to be collected, you see.
Well, no, I don't.
Good man, I knew you would. She just had a refit at Chatham.
Did you say Chatham?
No,
sir?
there's no need for you to Chatham. I already have, and she's ready. Passed her 7-year test and everything. Well, that's all, Povey. Leave it to you.
Leave it to me, sir. Leave what?
Oh, didn't I tell you? Oh, I want Troutbridge sent round to pick up me barge from the dockyard chaps tomorrow.
Oh, certainly, sir. By all means, sir. I'll see to it, sir.
Don't argue, Povey. I want me barge. I'll get the dockyard chaps to bring it out to Garrison Point or Sheerness and rendezvous.
But what about the dockyard civilian crew, sir?
Who? Oh, them. Oh, well, we'll get another launch sent out from Chatham to pick them up at the same time. Cheers.
Hello. Oh, dear. Why did I ever join up? Not that anybody will answer it, but one can but try.
Heather got bored and switched off. I mean, Heather's on the switchboard, so I've come instead.
Oh, how convenient. Mr. Phillips, will you kindly inform number 1 that the Admiral wants his barge picked up from Garrison Point Sheerness tomorrow? Now get back to your ship at once and leave my secretary alone, even if she is your fiancée. Heaven help her. And tell number 1 to phone me at once.
Aye, sir. I wanted to see Mr. Murray to tell him about the booze up at the pub tonight anyway.
Never mind about the blasted booze up. Tell him about collecting the Admiral's barge.
Well, suit yourself, sir. But I'm sure he'd rather hear about tonight's booze up at the pub.
Mr. Phillips.
Sir?
I realize that this is a celebration and you wanted to push the boat out for the rating.
Yes, sir.
However, by the look of that group with CPO Pertwee, I have a nasty feeling that you and Heather have pushed the boat out so far it's practically sunk.
Yes, I'll go and have a word with them, sir.
You do, although I doubt if they'll hear you.
Well, a chap can only try, you know. Excuse me. Could I get through? Excuse me. Oh, I'll see you in court. Sorry, pardon. Excuse me.
Oh, look. It's Mr. Phillips. Hello, Mr. Phillips. Happy Christmas. I'm wrong again. Congrats in there. Bon voyage.
Yeah, thanks. I think.
I say here, sir, but I'm not sure where I am. So where instead?
Yes, well, I think perhaps you chaps have had enough.
Have enough.
Yes, that's what I said.
I know, see it, and a very disagreeable talking it was. I didn't care for it at all. Ah, did you, chap?
No. Typically British.
Now, steady on. All I meant
That's
was...
all right, sir. If our welcome has run out, we'll buy our own drinks.
Oh, another little drink, another little drink, another little drink won't do us any harm.
I'll belt out, Ginger.
I think I'd better. I don't feel very well.
I'm not surprised, neither. Now, if you drank Welsh instead of Scotch, you'd have been fine.
Yeah, possibly, but number one and I feel that as we're putting to sea tomorrow, it might be as well if none of you drank any more of anything.
Oh, yeah, oh, well. Oh, well, that does it. We know when we're not wanted. Loyal sons of the flag. That's what we are. Loyal sons. True blue fleas. True blue flag. Three of us modestly celebrating your betrothal.
Comrades, comrades, ever since we were boys, sharing all.
Ginger!
What?
Shut up!
I was going to anyway, because to tell the truth, I don't think I feel very well.
Well, it serves you right for drinking foreign wallop. Leek beer, that's the stuff. My Aunt Morpeth brews it up in Llambol-Getley public bars, you know.
Now I'm certain I'm not very well.
Now, rise a little more. Here, I'll tell you what. We'll have another little one. Just to settle our tum-tums, right? What would you like, sir?
Well, I don't want any leek beer for a start. I've already got a drink, thanks, Chief. I'll leave you to it. Perhaps Taffy will pay for the round.
That, if I may say so, is probably the joke of the year. Ta-da!
I heard that, and I may get in touch with my Uncle Edwin, the solicitor and ironmonger, to see if I can sue for disintegration of character.
That's all right. I'll pay.
Now I've heard everything.
Hello!
Come in, Mr. Pertwee.
See, it'll be all right. They know me here.
If they don't by now, they never will.
We'll meet again. Don't know where.
Well, now, Mr. Pertwee, what seems to be the trouble?
There's no trouble at all. No. Just a little service, if you don't mind. We want 4 brown ales and a packet of crisps. That's all, 4 brown ales and a packet of crisps.
That's not quite all, Mr. Pertwee. Who's paying for it?
I am, of course. Now, who do I make the check out, sir?
You don't. Cash only.
But you've always cashed my checks before.
Exactly. We all learn sometime. This time we'll have cash.
Do you know something, I'll tell you? I've got a good mind to take my valued custom elsewhere.
You do that, Mr. Pertwee, and right now. Outside the lot of you.
All right, we'll give you another chance.
Outside, I say.
Go now. Outside. All right, come on, then, please, Polly.
Outside and stay.
Yeah. Well, I thought you handled that very well, Chief.
We might have stood a better chance if the landlord hadn't got a room completely papered in the chief's checks already.
I'll stop chattering all of it. Now, what do we do now?
Get back to the ship, I suppose.
Sailing over the bounding.
Oh, dear. Now what? I just thought of that ship going up and down tomorrow morning, and I don't feel very well.
Never mind about the trip tomorrow. It's getting back tonight I'm worried about. I never was one for the walk-in.
Now, neither was I. Let's ride back. Look, what's that over there in the park?
It's a babooka.
10 out of 10. And what about those number plates?
Well, they're naval plates. You can tell by the numbers because it's not the same as... Good night, all.
Come here.
I'd rather not.
Oh, yes, you would.
That over there is the bubble car belonging to the Navy, isn't it?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, so do we. Everybody in?
No, Chief, you can't do that. It must belong to some high-ranking officer or something. We can't just pinch it to get back to the... Chief? Where's everybody gone?
We're in the car.
Well, move over and let Fatso get in.
You're joking, of course. Hard luck, Fatso. Here, I'll tell you what. Give us a push to start, and then you can scoot behind us with one foot on the bumper.
But there isn't one.
Then have a lovely run. See you aboard. Slide, boot, lift them down a bit.
Oh, wait for me. I want to ride it well, Chief. Oh, wait for me.
If your dodgy head and shaky hands can manage it, Chief, left hand down a bit.
Oh, if you insist, sir. With great difficulty. Left hand down a bit, it is, sir.
A straight party last night, Mr. Phillips.
The ratings seem to have enjoyed it anyway.
Could we talk about something else?
Certainly a very good gin they serve in the Fireman's Bucket and Bell.
Ooh, how could you?
Heather and I were drinking pseudo shams, actually. They got quite a kick, you know. I had about 34. I definitely felt the last one.
Yeah, well, I had hundreds and hundreds of brown ales, and I felt all the perishes.
Yes, you did seem to be a little under the weather, Chief. Frankly, I was quite surprised to find you got back to the ship all right.
Could we change the subject?
Do I gather that you're none too sure how you got back either?
Well, not exactly, no, sir, but I've got a feeling that we got a lift in the bubble car.
Ah, that would account for it.
Account for it? Account for what, I'm afraid, sir?
Well, when Mr. Bates was doing rounds this morning, he reported that parked on the gun deck was...
Oh, no!
Oh, yes. A bubble car.
Yes, told me I remember now. I thought that last little hill was a bit bumpy. Yeah, it must have been the flaming gangplank. Oh, no, sir, no. I mean, I know nothing about it, sir. It's a pure blind coincidence, sir. I mean, with the Portland situation the way it is today, any complete never to be seen again up this stranger may easily have ridden a
just a minute.
car, and just as long as you like, sir.
Starboard lookout here, sir. I merely wanted to say that we're coming up to the Admiral's barge and the relief launch now, sir.
What? Oh, good gracious, so we are. Goldstein, why didn't you tell us sooner?
Well, I would
We'll
have
overshoot now.
I would have done, sir, but after last night, I'm having to wear dark glasses. And they're so flipping dark, they cut my visibility down to about 50 yards. But you wouldn't credit the relief they give, sir, when your head's being bashed at like a coal face when the lads are on piece work.
Yeah, never mind that now. Take them off at once. Whoever heard of a starboard lookout that couldn't see?
Nobody, sir. But you've got one this morning. Incidentally, sir, while we're chatting about my promotion, sir, when am I going to be a petty officer, sir? I've been a lead...
Mr. Phillips, we've been... Bridge?
With due respect, switching off when somebody's chatting you is very rude, sir.
Oh, shut up. Go and polish your dark glasses. Mr. Phillips.
Sir?
All the left hand down you've got. We've overshot the barge, so you'll have to do a tight turn and come up a starboard.
Aye, sir. Left hand down until there ain't no more left hand down left.
Left hand down until there ain't more any more what you said, sir.
Lummy, I didn't know she could turn as tight as this. I'm losing my balance. Who's doing that? Sounds like our siren.
Yes, it is, sir. If you must hang on to something, do you think you could find something else than the siren rope, sir?
What? Oh, sorry, pardon.
Right, granted, sir. Coming hard round now, sir.
What was that? What was it?
I don't know. It sounds as if something went overboard.
Yes, something flipping well did, sir. It was the bubble car.
I say, you must have left the handbrake off. Jolly careless, that.
Mr. Phillips, sir, we're round.
One of the first things you should remember, Chief, is to check the handbrake.
Mr. Phillips, quick, the barge!
It's just a question of habit, you know, like looking in the mirror before you...
Mr. Phillips, barge ahead!
Barge ahead? Now, who wants to barge... Oh, lummy! Left hand down.
There isn't any more, sir.
Well, right hand up.
Right hand up, sir.
Put the handbrake on.
What?
No, full ahead sideways.
Full ahead sideways it is.
Climb to 5,000 feet.
Here we go again.
2 no trumps.
3 spades.
Well, shut your eyes.
I've got 'em shut.
Follow the blue light.
We're done with
No,
the
steady at that.
Steady
Scrub
at
it.
that. Scrub it round.
Cool, I can't look.
I can. Everybody down! Bullseye, Mr. Phillips, sir. Bullseye.
Quick, full of starboard.
Well, it's not both it is, sir.
But now, wait a minute. Where's the launch?
I don't know. She...
Yes, well, now we know, don't we, sir? Under our flaming stern.
Stop engines, lower boats.
Lower boats, sir.
I say, the dockyard chaps are all right. Look, there they are, look, waving at us.
They're not waving, sir. They're shaking their fists.
What on earth is Captain Pertwee going to say when he sees the report on this little lot?
It won't look too good, will it? An accident report showing how Troutbridge sank a dockyard launch, the Admiral's barge, and the bubble car in about 30 seconds flat.
Dockyard crew coming up. An Admiral's barge going down, sir.
Yes, so I gathered. I'll go and see him, and in the meantime, head back to Portsmouth, Mr. Phillips.
I'd rather not, sir. Couldn't we desert right now?
Yes, a good idea, sir. Save all that messing about, getting caught maritals.
No, gentlemen. Let us at least give their lordships their frigate back, or what's left of her. Head for Portsmouth.
Hello, Captain Povey's office.
This is the Admiral. Put me through to Captain Povey's office.
This is Captain Povey's office, sir.
It is? Creeping Ivy, Povey. What's happened to your voice? It's gone squeaky. You better see the M.O. about that. It might be flu.
No, sir, I'm not Captain Povey. I'm a wren.
A wren? No, talk sense, Povey, for Pete's sake. You can't be a captain one day and a wren the next.
Oh, sir, I meant... Well, Oh, would you hold on, sir?
Hold on, not likely. Well, I just got the use of my arm back from the last time.
I'll be as quick as I can, sir.
Hello, Captain Povey speaking.
Oh, good man, you got your voice back. Povey, you've had your chips.
What?
I'm a Chatterman. Do you know what those idiots of yours have done this time?
Oh, no, they haven't hit your barge.
No. They've hit me barge and sunk her. And the launch belonging to the dockyard. And worse.
Worse?
Yeah. They've got the dockyard crew aboard, and ever since 6 o'clock they'll have been joyriding on overtime.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sure there must be an explanation. Come in.
I'll say there's an explanation. Come in. It's coming from you and those idiots on Troutbridge.
Urgent signal from intelligence, sir.
Signal? Oh, that'll be about this mass sinking trip Troutbridge has been on, I suppose.
Oh, no, sir, it's top secret. A two-man submarine has been sighted off Garrison Point, Sheerness. We're to capture her, if possible, and find out where she's come from.
What? A two-man sub? Oh, thank heavens for that. I might save myself yet. Unfortunately, it means I shall also have to save Troutbridge as well, but it can't be helped.
Troutbridge? Is she all right? I mean, my fiancé is aboard, and a girl has a right to know the worst, no matter
You
what.
already know the worst. You're engaged to him. Even if you've sunk everything for miles, my only hope is to capture that two-man sub and blame the sinkings onto her. Now, quick, where's my clothes? I must get aboard, make peace, and get out to Garrison Point.
Yeah, I understand, sir.
And you better radio Troutbridge. Tell her what's happened.
Yes, aye, sir.
Hello,
After you, sir.
Hello, Povey. Hello, cloth ears. We've gone to see the M.O. again, I suppose. Hello. Admiral holding on. Anybody there?
Steady at that, whatever it is, Chief.
Steady at that, whatever it is, sir.
Bridge, number 1 here.
Lieutenant Bates here, sir, and I'm in the WT room.
Really? Is that all you wish to tell me?
No, sir. I thought you'd like to know we've just had a rather an urgent message from Portsmouth, sir. Old Thunderguts knows about the barge and the launch and is on his way in Makepeace.
Oh, dear. What for?
Well, I'm not sure, but they seem to think there is a tiny two-man submarine in the area.
What?
My reaction exactly, sir. But then I had rather a nasty idea. I suppose it couldn't be that bubble car we ditched, still floating about.
Oh, good heavens. It jolly well could. More like it than a sub. What a stroke of luck. If we can get there first and sink it, we could swear she sank the barge and the launch trying to torpedo us.
But the signal said we were to keep out of it.
Well, if we can get back before old Thunderguts, that's just what we will do. If we don't, we shall be right in it. Leave it to me. Mr. Phillips, get us back to Garrison Point at once.
Excuse me, sir. Would that be wise, sir? I mean, supposing it's not the bubbly car. Suppose it is the tiny sub. I mean, I don't really think we ought to dabble with it, sir. I mean, with the international constellation the way it is today, it's not...
Don't argue. Look ahead.
That might well be Makepeace on the horizon. Then let them dabble with it, sir. Pertwee don't want to get involved.
Well, neither do I, Chief, but better the tiny, tiny sub we don't know than the dirty great thunderguts we do.
Yeah, precisely. Back to Garrison Point and full ahead both all the way.
Leading Seaman Goldstein here.
Bridge, Goldstein, take your glasses off. We've got to find that bubble car again if she's still afloat.
How are we doing, Chief? Makepeace is gaining on us.
Then hard luck. There's not another knot nowhere there's not. We're notching up all the knots we've got and a few more what we've not got and a knot clock. We're notching up a knot. We're notching up a few knots what we've not got. A knot clock. Well, save me, some of them out of control.
Yeah. We get the message. Relax. Look, there she is. Lummy, it is the bubble car.
Yeah, so it is. Well, thank heavens for that. Quick, Mr. Phillips, we must sink her before Makepeace spots her.
Right, sir. All guns ready, Chief.
Yes, sir. I think.
Right, at bubble car. Fire one.
At bubble car, fire one, it is, sir.
Ooh, nasty. I must have hit it right on the hooter.
Bridge?
You might have told a chap before you let that thing off. Made me jump just as I was cleaning my glasses and I dropped them over the side. Oh, by the way, there's someone in that bubble car.
What?
Well, look for yourself, sir. It's raising its little glass hat to you.
Yeah, good gracious, yes. Well, who the blazes has been sitting in that and having a flute?
Cameron, get us out of this thing. Get us all.
I would you hurry up because I don't feel very well.
Stone meat would have to be, wouldn't it? Ginger and fatso. They must have been kipping in it all night and gone over when she fell off. Yeah, give me the loud hailer.
Here you are, sir.
Makepeace coming up fast, sir.
Yeah, I know. Ahoy there, you two! Swim for the ship quickly. Can you make the car sink?
Yes, sir, but I'd rather not. It belongs to the CNC. We found his hat in it.
Well, never mind. Sink her before Makepeace spots her. And swim over to us.
Aye, sir, but I'm not happy.
Well, I suppose you know what you're doing, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips. I usually do. I've already squared the dockyard chaps' memories, and they now think they were torpedoed by a tiny, tiny sub. And that'll be a quid each all round. Yes, and worth every penny of it. Next, I take it we shall be reporting the sinking of an unidentified sub to Captain Pertwee.
Unidentified sub? What's he talking about? It was the CNC's bubble car.
No, sir, it wasn't. No. It was the sub that sank the Admiral's barge and the dockyard launch, sir. Wasn't it?
What? Oh, I see. I get it.
At last.
Yes, you're going to tell Thunderguts that the CNC's bubble car sank a sub.
We should just have to keep Noddy out of the way until there's more time.
This is Captain Pertwee.
And who would have doubted it?
What the blazes are you playing at? We've just sunk an unidentified sub, sir. I'm afraid she got the Admiral's barge and the launch first. Did she now? Well, I'll believe you because I've something well got to. But one day, number one, I'd love to know what really happened.
Well, if you're really interested, sir, actually, it was the CNC's bubble...
Well done, Chief. Keep your hand over his chops until we get out of here. Yeah, as long as he don't bite, it'll be a pleasure, sir.
Permission to return to Portsmouth, sir? I suppose so. I only hope the Admiral believes this story when I phone him up later this... Oh! What's wrong, sir? The Admiral. I've just remembered I've left him hanging on the phone. Get back to Portsmouth at once, and if you get back first, tell him I won't be a moment. Yeah, aye, sir.
Back to Portsmouth again, Mr. Phillips. Mr. Phillips!
Ah!
Oh, blimey, he has bit me. Oh, sorry, pardon, I'd forgotten. Full ahead for Portsmouth, gentlemen. Well done, sir. I reckon we ought to have a drink on this escape when we get back. Yeah, possibly, but you won't celebrate getting out of this jam too heavily in the fireman's bucket and bell, will you? The CNC losing his bubble car is one thing, but if you get ambitious, we might not be able to explain away the Sea Lord losing his rose. Message received and understood, sir. Next time I want to lift, I'll have a piggyback from Fatso. He may not be fast, Where would you find better upholstery? Full 8 both it is, sir.
And left hand down a bit, of course.
Oh, of course.
And that was Leslie Phillips, Stephen Murray, and Jon Pertwee working their passage in the Navy Lark, written by Lawrie Wyman. Leslie Phillips was the sub-lieutenant, Stephen Murray was the number 1, Jon Pertwee was the chief petty officer, Captain Povey was played by Richard Caldecott, Heather was Heather Chasen, Judy was Judy Cornwell, Able Seaman Johnson was Ronnie Barker, Able Seaman Ginger was Michael Bates, and Taffy Goldstein was played by Daniel Evans. The recorded production was by Alastair Scott Johnston.